in Asia right now, and I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking.
Can you kind of introduce what it is that you're doing and explain it a little bit?
The ROUGHHAUSEN project?
Yeah.
I'm J.Stoddard, and I used to work for some other bands in the industrial electronic sort of genre, and now I'm fronting an industrial electro project called ROUGHHAUSEN, which started years ago when Chris Peterson and I were working in Skinny Puppy's studio, and we were writing and recording the first Decree record, and I was doing stuff at nighttime after our Decree sessions that weren't, the songs I was doing weren't by any stretch of the imagination Decree kind of material. ROUGHHAUSEN project, which is essentially me on every record, and then I just bring in different people for each record and friends, and it's kind of like an umbrella for, you know, different people, and it's always changing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to a couple of your shows, only a couple, but the sound was different. Actually, the first show I didn't hear any of your tracks. So I arrived there after your performance, but
and
but
we
I
were
listened.
Brilliant. I have to say, we were fucking.
You were early. You were fucking early.
We were an hour early.
You would have had a drag queen at your performance if you weren't fucking early.
There should be a drag queen at every ROUGHHAUSEN performance, at least one.
I like that. Can you say that again?
There should be a. Probably not with a straight face. But.
So yeah, no, and well, I mean, I listened to stuff before I came to that show on your site, and then the show downstairs in the Sheeman venue.
Yeah, I mean, the first show, the one that you missed, was full on sort of industrial rock. And the one that you saw that you just were referring to was
more
drum and bass.
Yeah,
right?
It was more like something like Death in Vegas or Chemical Brothers meets like it had a lot of breaks in it and had a lot of dirge and dirt and
you gotta change it up to keep it interesting, you know what I mean? Like, if you're doing the same songs every night, and you're only doing one flavor, it gets tired really quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, music is like a muscle, and if you're only working one...
yeah, you end up with a huge forearm on the right-hand side,
right.
and you look like a wanker.
Yeah. Confidence is not a problem. It's just the thing has to be done 100%. If you're doing it halfway, the people there can see that. I mean, they can see a fake on stage, and if you look like you are trying to do anything, it's game over. Don't fucking try. Do it. Do it and fail miserably, but do it. The best feeling in music possible in live performance is that moment when you can feel the room turn to you. You know, like, oh, dude, that is the ultimate rush. And because we did the metal circuit, and we're not metal, like, we played a lot of first and second songs that were totally hostile. Like, you could see everyone saying, what the fuck, man, this ain't metal. And then, midway through the second song, a couple heads start bopping. By 3, they're pounding. By 4, we totally own them. And that's just power. That's just such an awesome feeling.
Yeah.
And it definitely made us, as a band, tighter and better and, you know, closer, but individually I think it definitely worked on everyone's confidence. Because if you go out in front of a hostile crowd and you own that shit...
There is parental advisory, explicit lyrics on the back side of your album, The Agony of the Beat. What is your inspiration to write these lyrics? Why all the profanity?
Well, I mean, does anybody even really take those advisories seriously anymore? I mean, that whole idea is based on the fallacy that there's some kind of universal morality. And there's not. Morality is temporal, it's cultural, it's subjective. So my morality in this place at this time is not necessarily your morality at that place in your time. So if you write about sex or God or drugs or politics, you get that sticker. If you're an artist and you write worrying about how people are going to perceive your work, like what they bring to your table, that's not an artist. That's a fucking twat. Take it. You do your art in spite of how people will take it.
What's your view on censorship?
I'm not a fan. I don't want to take responsibility for my life and my actions, so please tell me how to do it. Like, come on. We're better than that.
Yeah.
As a people, as a culture, come on.
Yeah, yeah. I think at this point in time, censorship is archaic, and it's patronizing. It's condescending to be told what you can and can't handle.
But the discussion has decayed, like especially in North America, to the point where it's talking head pundits and histrionics and meaningless sound bites and talking points that really have no meat, but the people that yell the most and the loudest get the most press, so they have to be correct.
Yeah.
And it's a sad state.
And talking about what we do to the world, what does music mean for you? And it's a bit of a rhetorical question, but could you imagine a life without music? What would that mean to you?
I'll address the second half first because it's more interesting. There is no life without music because there is music everywhere around you all day. If you can hear it, there's harmony, there's discordance, there's rhythm, if you look for it or you think about it, there's music everywhere. So there is no life without music. It's an impossibility. If things are moving and animals and humans exist, there is music.
If you had to pick one desert island genre, what would it be?
Jazz, without a doubt. And I get everything that I need musically, artistically, personally, emotionally, spiritually from Billie Holiday and Chet Baker. It's all there for me.
If you were the last person on Earth, what would you do with the rest of your life?
I'd be doing a lot of mea culpas, you know?
Yeah. I mean, last person. But would suicide be an option for you?
Oh,
last person. No
I
more.
mean, I definitely understand pain, but suicide that's just too easy. You know what I mean? If you're the last person on Earth, obviously we collectively have done something pretty horrible to fuck up that bad. And I think killing yourself, no, you should spend the rest of your life feeling sorry for what you've done. There should be a penance for fucking up that bad.
Next year, what's your plans for next year?
Ooh, big year for us. We're touring the States at the early part of 2011, and there are 2 official ROUGHHAUSEN releases, a couple compilations, and a lot of remix work for me, but also I've done a couple projects with other bands that are kind of side projects. I think that anybody or any organization that's promoting or working with or supporting independent or underground music and not shoving the same bubblegum flavored shit down our throats deserves our respect, our support, and our praise. So, Neuweltmusic, I thank you for giving a shit.